fine. Hello. Welcome to Couch Plays a Game, or whatever we call this. Yes, I'm using the same joke I used in the first Let's Play. Oh, tea. I haven't drank tea while doing Let's Play for ages. And Let's Play Mass Effect 2 because I said I would. Approaching a decade ago now. So let's start a new game. Now, what I'm going to do is not just try and do everything exactly the same as first time, because I don't have the save from first game. I can't import it. So let's just go on as I want to. And you know what? I want to have a lady this time. I think that's much nicer. Full disclaimer, I have played through this first section a couple of times while trying to get this to work, because oh boy have I had troubles getting this to work. We're going to go on casual because let's just go. No, I will say, from what I've heard of Mass Effect 2, I think I'm going to enjoy it more than the first one, and that's what I'm going to try and go into it with an open mind, like assuming. Oh god damn it! What? Sorry. Every time I play this, I have this thing on the Steam overlay saying, "Oh, there's a code you need." This DLC that didn't work, and then I had to faff around getting that to work. Ugh. Anyway.
Shepard did everything right, more than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
I do not remember what the truth was.
Word war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending her to fight Geth. Geth! We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow her. She's a hero, a bloody icon. But she's just one woman. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose her.
As usual, for this early bit, I'm probably going to keep, stopping talking to let the game do its thing until we get control. 2183, the heart of the galactic community suffered a devastating attack. The Citadel space station was invaded by a synthetic Geth army attempting to open a portal for the Reapers, enormous machines that eradicate all organic civilization every 50,000. Of course it doesn't give you time to read it. Why would it do that? Didn't in the first game, of course it won't in the sequel. No. Open mind. Everything I've heard about this game is that mechanically it'll work more for me. It's going to be better. I'm going to enjoy myself. And I haven't played through the first 10 hours or watched people play through the first 10 hours 3 times before I've actually started playing it, thus making it incredibly boring for the massive first portion of the game. So maybe it's all going to be good. You know, let's open mind.
3 ships went
Positive
missing in
thoughts.
the past month. Something happened to him.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel.
This isn't too loud, is it? No,
Looks
it's
like a
fine.
cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Presley!
Was that a Wilhelm scream?
Weapons online! Somebody get that fire out!
That was a Wilhelm. Or at least definitely a stock one. I think Wilhelm.
Shepard!
Not the Wilhelm, because there's multiple. It's not just one.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be here. Yeah.
The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape shuttles. Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
Okay, I'm a professional, we're in the military, so I'm just gonna say, gave you an order. This is what I've legitimately done every time I've done this.
Get to the damn shuttles! I'll haul Joker's crippled ass out of here.
And there we have it. That was, what was it, 3 lines of dialogue until our protagonist said something completely awful, not acceptable.
Everybody in! Go, go, go!
Someone wrote that. Someone wrote that line as the follow-on to, hey, I'm ordering you to do this. You have your orders. Oh, I'm gonna get Joker's ass. People love this game. People love this whole trilogy. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to get through this together. I'm sure everything's going to be much better after this brief intro sequence. You know? And let's be honest, you and I, we probably already know how this ends. And that's fine, you know? I'm actually not too unhappy with how this intro is going to end. Because then we can just start over. It's alright. We can move on together. Oh. I mean, at least it looks nicer than the first one, you know? Especially given how relatively old this game is now. This is not like the Legendary Edition, this is just basic PC Mass Effect 2. You know? And it looks
Come on, Joker.
pretty good.
We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack. Watch the arm.
Oh no, how sad. I know, I'm meant to be more invested, but really, it's going to be fine after this. It's going to be fine because this is just a little walky roundy bit, little bit of casual hate speech, and then they die, you know, and and then this. I was struggling so hard to get this working, and I paid for this. I want to make clear, like, I legally have all this, but I still had to get like dodgy like system modification tool editor stuff to get this working, because I don't have the save from the original game anymore. But at least this way we can kind of maybe like recreate some of it.
Of course, that's how it started.
I've even
Routine mission.
quickly gone through some of my old videos, so I remember most of the major choices. So we should be able to get this. God, where I'm covering the subtitles. Might have to deal with that. Sorry.
Whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Alenko. Good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics.
He's gonna die.
The patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams, a soldier to the core, tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way.
She's gonna die less.
Took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. A ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Lieutenant Alenko made the mistake of getting too close. It hit him with some type of energy. I grabbed him and threw him out of the way.
Caden is Alenko! Okay. Right.
Every muscle in my body.
I'm going to be making comments like this occasionally. You need to go back and watch the Let's Play the first game to understand what I'm on about. But don't. If you do, I promise the frame rate gets better after the first 5 episodes. And I do hate the first game, and it was very, very clear.
I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Udina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat. As was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Udina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them.
We did recruit Garrus.
The biggest, nastiest looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led us to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren.
We did not
Fugitive
recruit
turned out to be
Rex.
An energetic little Quarian named Tally. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty.
Pretty sure we had to recruit Tally.
Tally's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further.
This is meant to be an interactive thing where you get to choose what happens.
Machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace that they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions, but not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I'd need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction.
Wait,
Liara.
did they just not write the whole name on the ship? Or does it actually say just NDY on one side?
Daughter of Venezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species, Liara was able to help
Hang
me
on,
decipher
like
some of the
most
beacon
of her race, she was born with a unique ability to meld with... Which is it? Is it unique? Or is it like most of her race?
Her technique,
Or was that just a really badly worded sentence?
Unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Caden was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission.
And I don't think I had a relationship with
I
either.
decided discretion was the better part of valor. and kept my focus on our goal, finding Saren.
Because I was a goddamn professional and also just really wanted to get through the game.
Venezia. Saren had taken her to Novaria, where he'd enslaved the queen of a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Rachni. He ordered Venezia.
See, look there, Normandy, whole thing. They just got lazy on that other panel. What's that all about?
Queen's drones were everywhere, and they were not happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Venezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone, with the information. I tried to reason with Venezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Venezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her.
Now, I remember we killed the little bugs, but we released the
An
queen.
angry, dangerous Rachni queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before.
Now, I'm not normally a save the queen kind of person, but that's what I did, so.
Past sins. And the queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. The Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base and all its research. Rex disagreed, violently.
No, they didn't, because I didn't recruit them.
Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down.
Here's the thing. If this actually happened in my playthrough, I would have saved Rex in this case. But this didn't happen, and the nearest we can get to what I did is by killing Rex here, because... But then again, Rex is still alive in the original by the end of my playthrough. And he might not have been on the team, but he was still in the universe. So maybe I should kill Rex. I don't know.
And I couldn't let the base be saved, even if it meant curing the Krogan. Saren had to be stopped. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split my team into 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone.
Is Saren having in that
Sovereign,
panel?
the Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he'd found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them.
Ashley!
Caden was a good man, and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Ash.
Why did I choose Ashley? I don't remember. Caden seems like a much smarter choice. Could have changed that just right now.
One of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. I'd never tell anyone, but I had my doubts. Leaving Caden behind had hardened my resolve. It revealed a weakness in my defenses, How many more friends and allies would I be willing to sacrifice in order to stop Saren? We arrived on Ilos close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died like every species before them, but a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact.
Okay, no, at no point
It caught the Council fleet
did
by
any
surprise
of our
and
characters in
everything
Mass Effect
and we
dive
suddenly
forward
saw ship
with two
no
guns
fleet
shooting at
counterattack
once
with enough
like
strength
that.
to
That
take back
you
the
can't.
Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him.
No.
As the Alliance and Council fleets battled Saren's army outside the Citadel, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him.
Yeah, I remember that boss
He
battle.
died believing that the
He
Reapers
just
would
floated
save
around
him.
on a platform, and apart from that, it was a pretty normal battle.
As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our human Alliance fleet in jeopardy.
And I sacrificed them because they could have helped me right from the start, and we would have been better prepared, and this could have been a fleet from all the nations. It would have been great. They didn't, and now we couldn't help them, okay? I mean, maybe we could, because there's an option to save them, and it leads into the second game, so clearly that would have been successful. But that's not what we did, and I stand by my reasoning. Okay? If your politicians make bad choices, don't work for you, and let you suffer, you don't have to continue supporting them.
Even with the Citadel
Bit of advice there.
control, Saren defeated an
I'm not
enormous
necessarily saying you need to,
combined galactic
like,
fleet.
make them die or leave them to
Battle
die.
against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was
I'm
relentless.
not necessarily saying.
Took the combined fleets of
You know what?
humanity
Let's
and
not
the other races.
let's not go there.
But in the end, Sovereign fell. The costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left to me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician, ruthless and ambitious. He would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be placed before him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right.
Now, when I played it, there was an option to just say, I don't care, figure it out between yourselves and walk off. But this doesn't give you that option. I'm going to pick Udina because being a politician is awful, in every sense of the word, and I want to keep Anderson away from that. So, Udina, you can be an awful person doing awful things.
Udina, but sometimes you need a pit bull on your side. Someone willing
And
to
look,
guide you.
Anderson looks happy in that
The
picture,
sake of
doesn't
the
he?
greater good.
Look, no, look at. Oh, never mind,
The war was
whatever.
over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers.
That was weird.
Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned cleanup duty, routing out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
Why did that one line of dialogue sound out of place, like it was dubbed in afterwards, even though every line of dialogue was dubbed in afterwards? That wasn't like a live performance by an actual person. Whatever.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Oh, I like how you can see how incredibly broken all of the bones were. Bit abrupt end to the music there, but sure. Loading. Right, we're actually gonna. Oh no, wait, we're not gonna start because we've got to do this bit first. Name. Let's go with it, right? Accept that. Custom female, yes. Custom appearance, cool. Let's not cycle presets because that's just going to get confusing. Facial structure. Sure. Why not? Yep, that's fine for that. Complexion. This is the one that I had trouble with last time, wasn't it? Where no complexion really fit. But I'll go for that one. That's looking better on this Shepherd than it did on my last Shepherd. Next thickness in a bit. Face size. Wow, that's not the face. That's just a small part of the face. I don't really care about any of these options. Iris colour, brown. Eye shape, quite like that one. Eye width, about there, you reckon? I don't know why I'm asking. You can't answer. Well, I mean, you can. You could leave a comment down below, or you could like and subscribe, or you could follow and click the bell, and you could join my Patreon, and what else we got? If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I know we haven't really been properly introduced yet. I've mostly just been here for a quarter of an hour watching the game play itself and occasionally clicking an option, but we'll get there. We'll get to know each other a bit. That's fine. A bit more of that, yeah, sure. Mouth shape. I mean, that's just weird. It's not that the options are weird, it's the movement between the options that's weird. I don't know or care about most of these things. What do we want for hair? Quite like that very, very red hair. Hopefully there's a nice hairstyle, because in the first game there really weren't. That one's not bad. Let's go with that. Brow. Oh, just eyebrow colour. Well, you should match. Makeup. No. Can we just turn those off? Is that good enough? Yep. Cool. Class. Right. Now we're actually making a choice that matters. So. Soldier. They have ocular synaptic processes that allow them to focus on targets with lethal accuracy. Jeez. They get adrenaline rush, concussive shot, assault rifle. What I want mostly is assault rifle and sniper rifle. Those are the things that I like. So who has assault rifle and sniper rifle? Sniper rifle, submachine. Heavy, no. So soldier's the only one that gives me exactly what I want, but I don't know, because infiltrator would get me submachine gun, which I know it's not an assault rifle, but it's not too bad. And they get tactical cloak, AI hacking, cloaking devices. That's pretty good, but when I played it last time, I very specifically picked a soldier so that I could just have one of my teammates do all the hacking and stuff. And I kind of want to do that this time. Because what have we got? We've got... Because the infiltrators do tech and combat. The vanguards do... like biotics in combat, I think, or is that Sentinels? Sentinels are tech and biotic. Adepts are biotic specialists. Engineers are tech specialists. So yeah, I'm gonna be a soldier again. Let's keep it simple, you know. Oh, but do I want to keep it simple? There's so many nice options. Let's look at the things. So we've got the eye things. I'm guessing that's kind of a slow down gimmick. Cloaking devices. I love stealth. I love cloaking. That's really tempting. Vanguard. Short range combat. No. Ablative armor. It's all right. Spawn a micro singularity. That's not my kind of thing. Spawn combat drones. In another game, I would absolutely be the engineer. Combat drones is so my thing. Spawning minions at control. But in this game, you always have a couple of minions with you, also known as NPCs. So yeah, I'm gonna go soldier. Let's just shoot things with a sniper rifle. Personal background. Spacer. Both your parents were in the Alliance military. Your childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one location for more than a few years. Following in your parents' footsteps, you were enlisted at the age of 18. Okay, colonist. You were born and raised on Mindoir, a small border colony in the Attican Traverse. When you were 16, slavers raided Mindoir, slaughtering your family and friends. You were saved by passing Alliance patrol, and you enlisted with the military a few years later. So that's the grim, dark, gritty one. Yeah, you were an orphan raised on the streets of the great megatropolis covering Earth. You escaped the life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting with the Alliance military when you turned 18. I mean, the Spacer one is the only one where I feel like my character actually enlisted in the military because it was really their choice, rather than just because terrible things were happening to them and it was their only way out. And that's just not how I want to roll, so I'm going to pick Spacer. Psychological profile. Sole survivor. During your military service, a mission you were on went horribly wrong. Trapped in a life-threatening situation, you had to overcome physical torments and psychological stresses that would have broken most people. Everyone around you fell, and you alone survived to tell the tale. Well, that is literally the opposite of what happened. I was the only one who died, managed to save everyone else, so forget that. War hero. Early in your military career, you found yourself facing an overwhelming enemy force. You risked your own life to save your fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy despite the impossible odds. Your bravery and heroism earned you medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet. That's pretty much what happened in the first game, so I get that this is supposed to be what happened before the first game, like this would have been the same process you went through creating your character in the first game, but, you know, why not? We're recreating it here, so let's keep it in mind. Throughout your military career, you held fast to one basic rule: get the job done. You've been called cold, calculated, and brutal. Your reputation for ruthless efficiency makes people wary of you, but when failure is not an option, you are the one to make the call. Let's be honest, for my playthrough of the first game, yeah, ruthless. I went into it not liking the game, not wanting to like the game, and so I didn't really give a damn, and I just wanted to get through it as quickly as possible. But this is not going to go that way, okay? I promise you, Mass Effect 2, unless it really pees me off, which is very possible, I'm going to try and enjoy the ride. So let's see what happens. Accept. Yes, confirm. I mean, the thing is, by the time we actually, like, get to playing the game, it's going to be about time to finish the episode. And maybe that'll be alright, you know, maybe this first stream...
Damn it, Wilson, she's not
First
ready to
stream?
give
We're
it
not
a
doing a
chance.
stream in this. This is an upload only.
Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. Too close. We almost lost her.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healing.
I
Pistol
haven't.
doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from. To keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol. Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out!
Okay, here we go. So, what do I press to do cool things? Looks like tab is my console for some reason.
We need to get to the shops.
Right, hang on, is this... Yeah, there we go. So, Unity, no manager revives any wounded fallen squad members. Adrenaline rush. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. Hyper accelerates your reflexes, giving you time to line up the perfect shot. And something else. Alright, I didn't mean to do that, so now I've just slowed myself down for no reason. Whoops. Anyway, have I got to run? Nope, but I've got to walk. Great. Okay, I'm pressing space. Okay, space. I didn't expect it to be that. Do I need to remap my keys again? I might well do.
Don't take any chances. Stay in cover while you take out those mechs.
Now, did she say mechs plural? Yep, she did.
Nice work, Shepard.
Okay, bear with me a second. I need to check, because I remapped the keys, but I'm thinking they might have unmapped themselves. So... It's tab... Well, no, because that was... Okay, so no, that must be the same. So do I want to... Yeah, no, I don't want that on that. Or do I? No, I guess space is fine for that stuff. I wouldn't... I think I'm not... I'm expecting it to have not used space in the way it has. It's kind of overloaded it for opening doors and, like, getting into cover and manoeuvring over stuff. Which seems weird to me, but... it's what it's done. Did I see a robot? Not sure. Alright, what's this button? Oh, my melee. Okay. See, tab should be my map, and it isn't. It's bringing up the console. Hello, YouTube. You probably can't read that. So, yeah, hang on. Maybe that's why it wasn't originally on tab, because tab is already assigned to something else, but they let you put it there anyway. In that case, let's, just for now, let's put that on that. Move on from there. Okay, so yeah, so I can turn my minimap on and off. Oh, has it got... Oh, it's got a little animation delay when you turn it back off again, okay.
More reinforcements heading your way. Grab the grenade launcher off the
Well, I'm trying. There we go.
Use the grenade launcher to take them out.
Sleep mode on.
Take the elevator down 1 floor.
Oh, there we go. I can press space to do a runny run. Nice.
Hurry, get to the door. Run.
Hold W and space to storm through the fire. I guess.
You're doing great, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to beat you. Shepard, read me. I've got this one in my position.
Well, that's fine. I'm awesome. Not going to be a problem. Cat mech. Okay.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we moved from simple instruction
Oh, okay.
to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
I didn't realise it was going to show me them on mouse over. And that's one of these, isn't it? Okay, I can get behind this. Whoops. There we go. Okay, that's not too bad.
Update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far.
One interesting thing is when you start running, you can't turn at all, not the tiniest bit. Okay, can I aim? No, apparently you can't aim around corners. Okay, great.
Still a work in progress.
Look, pal, I don't know where I am or how I got here. Plus, my head feels like an overripe melon ready to split open. How about you fill me in a little?
Damn. Yeah, I forgot this is all new to you. Sorry about that. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in. But we better get you to the shuttle first.
It's your station, Jacob. I'll follow you.
First step, let's finish off these metal bastards.
That
We're low
is-
on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
Yeah, sure. Can you let me shoot, please? Because I'm pretty good at that. Pretty sure those were
Just give the order and I'll hit them with a biotic power.
headshots, but it's not gonna let me progress until I do this, is it? Right. Pull! Okay, can we go now?
Ready to get the hell off this station?
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if you—
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's
So is
alive?
Jacob going to be our new Caden?
Never mind. You need to get her out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
Okay, let's roll! Ammo. Bit of a Earthworm Jim reference for you there.
Got him. Gravity's one mean
You-
mother, huh?
Okay, there we go.
Damn it, Wilson. This room's crawling with mechs.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Okay.
Oh god. They found me. Help.
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B. Hurry. They're out of control.
Oh, that's handy. Server room B is on literally the only path we can go. Amazing.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions.
Shepard, down here! Bastard!
Amazing. Wilson. Oh,
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall.
I wonder if this game's going to explain Omnigel, because in the last game, everything you could break apart for Omnigel, and I don't think I ever figured out what that was or what I needed it for.
He needs help.
I'm pretty sure I never used it. Alright, left shift, command menu. No, that's because I've moved that. They just haven't updated the tooltip. Unity. Okay, well, hang on. Well, I've done that. Okay, now the game has locked up. Yep, the game's died. The game. So we'll leave it there, assuming this is still recording. Thank you for watching. Oh, and then it's crashed. Yeah, great. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in part 2 where we'll pick up round about there. Okay, Bye-bye. Don't know why I did a salute. It's a bit weird.